Hey there everybody, today is the 18th day of June. It is Saturday 2022, about 9:07 in the morning, and I am starting right here at what is called the Antebellum Trail in Athens, Alabama. So I'll get you just a little bit closer to this sign here. You can pause this and read all this. We got to go to the other side too. This house you can see was started in about 1849. According to the paper, apparently it was finished in 1851. And then the guy there that lived here, which was a bogus preacher, but anyway, he died in 1855. So let's go to the other side. And you see this is about his son and his family and what happened to them. So I would say pause that and read that if you can. I hope you can. Pretty interesting story. Anyway, this house here, this is actually a school. Right there is a school, a city school, Athens Renaissance School it says. And over here is another side of it. But this is the house. Try to get you. Any sun's blocking this, it's hard to tell because I'm walking in the sun, so it's kind of blinding for me. But anyway, this is the Pleasant Hill O'Donnell home. Wow, now I'm finally out of the sun. So there's the top up there. And here's what it looks like. And you can see right there it says Donnell House circa 1845. So everybody's given different years for this house, so you know, it's something. And that says Green S University School. Okay, around this side they've got this little cabin here. And I'll see if we can figure out what this is actually, what its intended purpose was. Yeah, there's a sign right here. This cabin built in the 1830s was donated to the Donnell House by Don and Ed Horton, sons of Judge James Horton. The cabin was originally part of the Druids Grove Plantation owned by J&S Jones in Greenbrier, Alabama. Okay, so this was not even here originally. Let me show you the back. Get back here a little bit to where we can see. See, there's the top of it. And then they got these porches over here. You can see just how big these things are in here. I can even walk up on this bottom one. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll be bringing you 16 different homes. Wow, this is okay, this is the porch here, but I've got this big briar here that's holding me back. I think we can get on the other side. Let's go do that. All right, so just to show you from this side, you can see this bottom porch, and look up here at this top one. How nice would these porches be to have? Man, I would absolutely love to have something like this. We'll see if we can see in. And all those are, well, yeah, if I do this, you can see there's a table right there and there, so they got chairs set up like there's a wedding in there probably. Something like that, I'm going to guess. Can't see much through these curtains. And let's see. Yeah, looks like a hallway. There's some stairs. And that door in there is open. And that cool little lamp right there, you can see the color of that. That looks nice. And last but not least, here's the stairs right here. So you can see that. Alright, so this is our first stop on Antebellum Trail. Let's keep going and we'll go to number 2. This house here is not part of the Antebellum tour actually. This one's actually 517. We're heading to 519. They have put out this sign here, which we do respect that. But just want to bring that to you and show you. They got a nice yard here. Let's keep going. Okay, turns out this one I just shot from the front where it says 517 on there. This is actually 519 at least. I mean, the address says 517. The paper says it's 519, but the picture, they do have a picture of the house on there. This is the house. So that's our second stop. And so we're going to move on to the next one. Just show you the driveway right here. All right, you see this house here. This is not a part of the tour, so this isn't one of them, but look at the beauty of this thing and the size of it. They've had to chop down a tree right over there. Got that nice tree in the yard. But it's a beautiful house and I love the columns. All right, let's go to our next destination for 3. Okay, this home right here is our 3rd home. This is called the Richardson Gorman, I think, home. This was built, it says, in 1834. Oh, right here. Here we go. I don't have the name of it, but see, Antebellum Trail, stop number 3, the Athens, Mena, Mooresville Trail. So just to get you a shot right here, straight on. You can see it, like how big this is. Got nice magnolia trees there and there. But this is stop number 3, so let's keep going. This is stop number 4. And it is the Kuykendall, something Kuykendall house. There's another sign up here on this fence. We'll see if we can see that. But that's the house. Is that not a very nice setting? It's 309 Clinton Street. Well, that's all that says. 309 South Clinton Street. But yeah, up there says, yeah, so it's the Kuykendall Walker, or the Walker Kuykendall. And it's got 1840 something. The last number is off, but on the paper, this says 1834, 35. So maybe that's when it was started to be built and it was completed in the 1840s is a possibility. But anyway, this one is not on the tour, but I can just walk by, I guess, on this side. I just want to show you this other yellow house over here.
I think it's 1888.
And yeah, so I'm told that there's a sign on it that says 1888. And that happened to be the same year our Colorado house that we had was built. But it sure didn't look like that, I can tell you that. But we did paint it yellow. But there's that house. You can see it's got a nice driveway and everything there. There's even a really nice house there. And none of these are part of this tour. I like the porch on this one. Pretty nice. So let's keep going. We're going to change streets here and continue the tour. All right, now over here, you see this big, gigantic magnolia tree. And this thing is huge. This is the Beatty Mason Garrett house, is what it said. It's actually under construction right now. This guy obviously would have been a slave owner because there is a slave cabin back there, but we'll look at that in a few minutes. But this is the house here. Look at these Corinthian columns. Are those not gorgeous? Yeah, Beatty Mason, 1826. So think about that. That's 35 years before the Civil War ever started. We've got some spider webs across here I can see. So I'm not going to walk up through there, but how's that for a walkway? There's their neighbor right over there too. Here, I'll just get a little bit of this side just to show you. Now let's go back and do the cabins and take a look at that. Cabin there is representing the slave quarters. And then you see that other little building right back there. And then they got that one right there, which looks like that may have maybe been a schoolhouse or something for the plantation. But we're gonna go over here and see if we can get a closer look. Okay, I just want to show you this walkway right here. This is open. There is no door here. No gate, no anything. So here is the slave quarters. Here's the back of the house. And here, we can even get a look. Right there, there's a porch up there. Looks like it was a 2-story even. Fireplace right there. Yeah, there's the porch right there. So nice long porch actually. Very, very nice. Looks like 2 different slave quarters for this one building. There's a closer up one of that, which looks like it would have been like a study or something. But here's the back of the house. How gorgeous is this? All right, so that was stop number 5. So let's keep going and look at some more. Okay, now there's the Beatty house I've already showed you. I just want to show you your direction. Right literally across the street from it is that house. That was built in 1907. So it's not Antebellum, obviously, since it's not on the tour. But I just thought it was a nice looking house. And then this little one here, it's got a really, really nice porch. And nice big tree there. And just something nice for this neighborhood. All right, so we're moving on to Washington Street, and then we'll come back to North Beatty and look at something else. So let's just keep going here. But man, you know what? Just as I'm walking here, look at this place, and this is not on the tour. And look at this one here. I mean, according to the paper, this house is not on the tour, but look at this thing. I guess maybe it was built after the Civil War. I don't know. I just want to show this to you. See if we can get any information. It's got a gate. So this is looking at it right from the gate. And then look at over there on the side. Up there on the second floor up there. Isn't that nice? Wow. And then over there, I think that's our next target right there. Okay, so just as I said, this is literally right down the street, the end of the block. That is our target right there. And this is the Vassar Lavorne home. It says on that one, I believe, 1826. But I thought the paper said it was in the 1830s, but either way, there it is. It's a big old nice brick house, beautiful place. So we're going to keep on going and get the next one on Beatty Street. So here you see we're at stop number 7. And it is called the Schloss Pettis Cook, Stockton, 1845. That is the house. Now we got a little bit of sun here, I know. But you can see this is 202 North Beatty Street. Is that not beautiful? Here, I'm going to take you right back here. You can see some of this brick wall they've got. Looks like a Japanese maple to me, then a big magnolia, of course. And just get you a little angle from the shade. There we go. Pretty nice house, huh? I mean, it's just square columns and stuff, but still. Just to think of the history of these houses and everything that's happened and what they've seen. See more magnolias down through the yard there. Beautiful setting. All right, let's go find the next one. All right, you see these things on this tree? This is the last house we just shot. Take a look at these things. It's like burr wood. And it is wood and it's hollow, if you can hear that. See those? Pretty interesting, huh? So as a backup goes on that tree and that little bit of that house. There you go. That'll give you a good view of both. All right, let's keep going. So as we're walking by this, you see up around that building that says Marion Street Church of Christ. This is stop number 8, but this is it from the back. Marion Street's on up here at the next corner. But I just want to show you this, and then we'll look at the front of it. Okay, so this, and I'll try to get a full picture of it too, but this is the Marion Street Church of Christ. You can see from the front. It says it's 1836. And you see by this sign right here, this is number 8 on the trail. So in the 14 years, this building will be 200 years old. And in fact, up here at the top of the steps, it also says built 1836. Let's back up here. There's some parking open here. There's going to be some sun, I know. But let me see. There we go. I can block out the sun for you. There we go. That's the building right there. So that's number 8 on this tour. So let's go on and find number 9. The Hobbs Darby Cannon home, built around 1838. And you can look at it and see that it is in pretty bad disrepair. So hopefully they're in the middle of saving this one. But this is stop 9 on the trail, so this is the second half. In fact, you can see the sign right there that says number 9. And you see these columns here. They're pretty plain columns actually, but they're tall. But you can see this house is in desperate need of a paint job. But this is number 9. Let's keep going to number 10. This is the Craig Wilson home. It was built about 1845. They've redone it since the picture a little bit. And on the back side, I think there's an old building back there. Let's go around and take a look at it. Now you can see back there behind the house, this is private property. It's actually owned by the Methodist Church across the street from us. That looks like it might have been slave quarters back there. I don't know, maybe not. But you can see the whole setup here a little bit. All right, let's go look for number 11. Okay, this house here is not a part of the tour, but just look at how nice it is. And that porch, of course, is beautiful. It's got this nice U-shaped drive here. So I just wanted to put that on here. This is the Tanner Smith home. It's built in 1845, and it is stop number 11 on the tour. So let's just walk across it and show you what it looks like. See, they got these little trees here to commit a little bit of shade to the sidewalk there at least. there's the front of it. So it seems like they're working some on it, I believe. Here you can see it from this side. Oh, and look at that roof. That is a copper roof up there. I hope that's coming through. That is super, super shiny. As I get back here, I should be able to see more of it. See, they got this little carport garage built right there. But check this out. I'm going to see if I can get there. Hopefully you see that copper roof. I'll tell you what, I'm going to raise this up and make sure we get it, okay? Hopefully right now you can see that copper roof and getting a good view of that and how shiny that is. That's a very nice setup. I like it. I just wish the porch was bigger. Let's come back down. Okay, so here you can see this says Houston Library, 1835. This is the house. It was built in 1830 for Governor George S. Houston. You can see it says Houston Memorial there. So as I walk in front of this, we'll stop right here so you can get a full view of the columns and everything. And it's got nice trees over here and magnolia. Here's a gigantic magnolia over here. And then there's a historical sign up here. So let's go to this and take a look. And this is the house across the street from it. It's not on the historical tour. It's built in the 1900s. But still a nice and big house. But anyway, you can see right here the Governor George S. Houston home. So you can pause this and read all of this and then see what you think. But you can see it says he lived here until his death 31st December 1879. Continue on to the side. So right here, yeah, you should be able to pause that and read all that. So do that. And then so you'll get the whole history of this place. And then just to get you some side views, this is a public library. I'm not trespassing. So we'll just get you a little bit of the side like that right there. Pretty cool, huh? This is number 12. So let's go on to 13. Okay, this home right here, this is not on the Antebellum tour. This is right next to the library that we just shot, the George S. Houston home. But it's nice enough. Just wanted to show you. And as my wife just said, this is a classic Southern style home. And you see they even got a wall around it there. Got nice trees, a lot of shade in here. And a nice big porch goes across the whole front of the house. And the driveway stuff back there.
This is 1937.
And this is the Hendricks Alexander 1937 home. So happy to bring that to you. Right here we have the Martin Malone Johnson 1821 house. This is house number 13. And there it is. I'll show you it from the very front here. How's that for a shot? It's not the fanciest house that we've seen. It's definitely by far not the biggest one. But you can see it still is an antebellum home. And that whole lot over there next to it, maybe it belongs to them. It's all trees. And this is all very woodsy, treed. I mean, they own all the way down through here, looks like. But here, I just want to give you a shot from back this way. There's a blue jay flying. So you can see that. And they got some nice big purple flowers. This is going to be their driveway. Nice little orange flower right there. And here we go. They have a good driveway there. Goes back in there. But there's the house, and you can see some of it on that side. All right, so that was 13. Let's go to 14. All right, the first thing I want to show you is this is stop number 14, okay? This right here says the Coffin McCormick Patton, circa 1935, which of course is not an antebellum home. Okay, the next thing I want you to see is this picture. If I can get rid of the glare. This picture here, and you see this right here? This is stop number 14. It's a little blurry, ain't it? But what this says is slave quarters of Martin Johnson home between 303 and 308 North Houston Street. So, you see this house right here is number 14. So I'm a little bit confused. At least it's got a 14. I mean, there are two little buildings back there, but this roof seems to be the wrong way. So I'm not 100% sure, but maybe one of those is actually it. So I don't know, but we're going to count that as number 14 because that's the slave quarters for that last house that we shot up that way, which is about a block away. Stop number 15. We're one away from being done. And this is it. And this was called the Murrah something house. They're doing some work on it, of course. It's got a lot of disrepair. You see that little building over on the side of it. But it's a gigantic house. And you can see they're doing some work here. Adding another portion to it. And putting vinyl on it, apparently. So here's the house. Hopefully, Murrah Prior House is the name of this. Alright, but yeah, there's the whole thing, and here's the whole house right there. Alright, let's go finish this up with Founders Hall. This is the final stop on the Antebellum tour for Athens. You can see this is number 16. And I'll show you on this sign here. You can see how that says Founders Hall, McCandless Halls, San Student Union Security, where that Founders Hall is number 16. And it is that big building right there. As we walk up to it, let me tell you a little story that I was told at the Visitor Center. This started out, this was actually a woman's school back before the Civil War. Then in 1862, this was a federally supported area, actually, Limestone County, until the Federal Army came here. Then they ransacked this whole town. They burned it. They burnt every single building in it, save 4. You're looking at one of those 4. And they actually came here to burn this building. But let me tell you what happened. The headmistress that was running this school at that time, she actually came out and she showed the Federals a letter that said that this was a protected property, do not burn it, and it was signed Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, the president of what was the United States at that point. And here's the thing, later on, and they bought it. They did not touch this building. The Federals actually left and didn't do anything to this building. And so you can see it in all of its splendor still to this day, which is so cool. But anyway, later on, it was said that the lady who ran the school, she wrote that letter and signed it, Abraham Lincoln. And so she saved the school with some very quick thinking, very smart. I mean, think about it. This is the Federal Army. Their president was Abraham Lincoln. She had a signed letter that was a forgery, obviously, but they thought it was real. They couldn't prove it or disprove it back then, so they took her word, and that letter's word, obviously, thinking, hey, they would have to answer to their own president if they touched this building, and they left. So this is one of 4 buildings that was left standing and untouched in Athens in October of 1862 when the Federal Army came here. So you can see that sign there. It's this gigantic tree here. That tree probably don't look big, but here, let me show you. Hopefully this comes through. You can see me. Look at the base of this tree. Stick my arm out here even. And that's just got to be wow. But you can see these great big columns. Beautiful sky today, too. And here it is. And these columns, you know what? Here, let me just see. I'll stand up here next to this column. Hopefully you can see the size of this column and me. And here, if I do this, that'll get you the height of it. So hopefully that looks like something there. And then you can see there's 3 more of those big boys at the same size down there. But up here on the building, it says Founders Hall, dedicated to Christian education, Athens College, 1842, and National Register of Historic Places. And so you can see they got nice rocking chairs out here. So here, just to close this out, let's do the southern thing. Sit on the porch with the rocking chair and just look out at our view and our magnolia trees and everything. So this has been 16 buildings of Antebellum, and I've thrown in quite a few more, obviously. There are more Antebellum homes in this area, but they're in the county and they're down at Mooresville. In total, there's 29 of them. So I've just shown you 16 that's in Athens itself that I could just do this little walking tour on. I probably will try to get the other 13 at a later date and make that obviously a separate video. But hopefully you've enjoyed this. Take a lot of work, a lot of effort, A lot of heat out here today, but hopefully you've enjoyed this. I know I do. You know, if only a few people watch this, which is normal, then I hope they enjoy it at least, because I really have. But I will see you on the next video. You take care of yourself now.